This is the H2O Labs countertop distiller model 200. I've been using this distiller for a few months now, and it's not bad. It distills the water into this container through the little hole up here, right? And then it runs it through this carbon filter into your receptacle. Okay? Now, the purpose of that carbon filter is mainly just for to remove any odors and taste. So what we're going to do here is I asked a while back if any of you were interested in seeing what kind of residue is left from Florida tap water, more specifically Tampa, Florida tap water. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and show you the residue inside this thing after a few months of use. This here's the fill jug, which you fill up and put it in the back, and it drips down into the boiler tank, and then it evaporates the water, condenses it in the coils, and dumps it in the other receptacle I showed you earlier. So let me go ahead and turn some more lights on real quick, and we will take a look at how much crap is in Tampa, Florida tap water. Okay, so once you lift the machine off of its base, you're looking at this here, which is called an anti-scaling pad. Okay, now when I got this pad, it was white as white could be, and very soft and very pliable. And now, I mean, can you see this amount of cake up on it? This is the boiler in the boiling chamber. And I've cleaned this about 2 or 3 times, okay, over the course of the past few months I've had, maybe even more than that. But this is, I mean, can you see? That's just, now that's fluoride, okay, because fluoride doesn't boil out into your distilled water. That's the buildup of fluoride and other crap that's in the Tampa, Florida water supply, okay? Now, let's look here at this tray. I'm not sure if you can see real well, but there's a buildup in the bottom, you know, on the outside of it even. I mean, you know, this machine, I get about 4 gallons a day when I'm using this thing at full capacity. I mean, some of this stuff is just, it's obscene. The crust and buildup on it. I mean, you know, but I guarantee you a lot of this right here is fluoride. If any of y'all have ever replaced your water heaters in your homes, then you know that your water heater's full of fluoride. It really is. I mean, as your water goes into your hot water heater, it's cool. Well, as it boils to supply your house with hot water, the fluoride kind of attaches to itself and kind of gels up in the bottom of your water heaters, man. And it eats them out. It really does. Well, unless they're glass lined. A lot of them are glass lined. But anyways, so what I'm going to do before I put this back together is I'm going to scrape all this crust off of here and, you know, slap her back together. I'll take this anti-scaling pad and I will, you know, rinse that out real thoroughly and scrub some of that off of there. But, and like I said, I make about 4 gallons a day. Some days I don't. Some days I only make 2 gallons. You know, I at least make a gallon a day. At least. But there's 3 of us in the house. The average person should drink a good gallon of water a day. So, you know, we really try to, I mean, the water that comes from this machine is what we use to cook our food with. You know, all we use tap water for is showering, flushing the toilet, washing dishes. That's it. Anything else you can think of that you would use water for, we use distilled water from this machine. And I have done a parts per million test on the water that comes out of here with my parts per million meter that I got for making colloidal silver. It doesn't even have a register on that little tester I have. So there's not any parts per million of anything in the water I'm getting out of it. So it's very, very, very close to 100% distilled. I think the company gives this machine a 99%, you know, free of anything. Of course, they leave the, it's 99.99, and I think it's just, zero point 0.00 or 0.01% that may be left in this from after the distillation. Anyways, I hope this video has been informative for you. This machine was under $200 at H2O Labs, and for a countertop distiller, it's not bad. These little filters that go into the receptacle, let me show you. Now, these here is what goes into the water receptacle. It's not very big at all, and it's just got some little carbon rocks in it, some little chunks of activated carbon like you would use for an aquarium. They sell a 6-pack of these little suckers for $20. Okay, now these little containers actually come apart. So I did buy one 6-pack of the filters from the manufacturer, but I don't see buying $20 worth of filters every 6 months, because it says you should replace one of these about every 30 days. So I just bought me a big old can of activated carbon online through Amazon, and I just popped this little plastic thing off, and I just switched the carbon out. I think I got the big jug of carbon for maybe like $20. And I mean, it's probably about 5 or 6 pounds of carbon. But I just dumped this carbon out, and I add the other carbon in. If it's good enough for an aquarium, I would assume it's good enough for humans. I mean, fish have to live in that water that they're filtering. So anyways, this has been my little tutorial. I'm going to get this sucker cleaned up and plug it back in, because got to make water every day, you know what I mean? So thank y'all for watching, and now you know how bad the buildup is in Florida tap water, Tampa, Florida tap water.